Charlie, I wanted to go back. I was taking a couple of notes when you were telling us about where you started at in your career and finding your way to Walton and then the work you did at Walton. You mentioned working with at-risk youth at DJJ. You also mentioned working as a counselor and then a dean of students. How does that previous work maybe impact how you view some of the challenges that students face that may impact school safety, or your overall vision for what school safety means to you and means to Walton County schools?
Well, I'm very unique in what I do. My wife's a
Mhm.
preschool teacher here in the district. My daughter's a guidance counselor at one of our schools, or she's a guidance sport aide there. And then my mother-in-law drives a bus here, so I mean, I know all my children went to school here.
Mhm.
I'm very dedicated to what I do. I think safety is key. I think being at DJJ and seeing that security level,
Mhm.
handing my keys off every day, and looking at the physical security of that and understanding how that works. So when someone says, "Hey, this place looks like a prison," I really know what that looks like at
Mhm.
all levels. But I do understand the basic concepts of that. And then, of course, my mental health experience as a guidance counselor was just truly invaluable. Just to be honest with you,
Mhm.
I still this to this day I go to two or three counselor meetings and sit in with them, and because it's just like what Mr. Martin said, things are always changing. If you're not
Mhm.
in that realm, there's always new things going on. So I always try to go in there and talk to that group. Uh, and the connection of that was truly one of the best jobs I ever had. I'll just be very honest with you.
Mhm.
My current job is great, it really is, but that's where it was really enjoyable at that time. And then I became a dean, and then dealing with students, discipline a lot,
Mhm.
and then eventually become an assistant principal and principal. I do have a unique perspective. Most school safety specialists do not have the background that I have across the state of Florida.
Mhm.
A lot of people call me a unicorn because I'm totally different. Most people are, they're retired from New York City, or they're retired from the local sheriff's department, and then they're a school safety specialist. So a lot of times they ask me to be on committees because I know what a principal's thinking. When you put an initiative in place, I know what those people are thinking. And I'll
Mhm.
be honest with you, they're very, very smart people, and they know how to do things quickly and fast as possible. And sometimes that's not always the best way. And
Mhm.
most of the principals here in this district, I was principals with as well. So I have a unique perspective of dealing with safety, and the people here are very receptive. Mr. Martin kind of mentioned that we are very proactive with safety, um, and people want to do the right thing, and they want to keep people safe. I don't know if you heard about House Bill 1473, which it states in state law now that all exterior doors in classrooms have to be secured. If they're not, then they have to be as a disciplinary action process. We've been doing that for 2 or 3 years.
Mhm.
There's a little things we got to adjust, but overall, we've been working on that. I knew that was coming. I mean, I knew that physical security step was coming, and so I told you I was at that high level, so I kind of see what was going to happen. So some of those struggles with classroom doors being secure, those type things we've been dealing with for the last 3 years, and so. Safety is important to me. I want everybody to be safe. COVID was a challenge for me. I actually spearheaded most of the operations of that, which was a
Mhm.
very unique thing. But it's really like what you said earlier. We took that in three phases of, and it really that's a great approach. And I'll say this to you: most of the safety in our school district, things come in from anonymous tips.
Mhm.
A lot of the things we still have people that really step up and do the right thing. If they see something, they say something, and we do something about it. And
Mhm.
that's kind of one of the biggest things that we really, really see a lot of here is kids, adults, community stepping up and saying, "Hey, I see this. Can you do something about that?" And so that partnership that we had a great partnership with our community here, and they really want the schools to be safe as well.